What's up, FOA Squad? My name is Anthony, and welcome to our YouTube channel, Life with Anthony. I hope you guys are doing well out there. Happy whatever day I get to post this video for you guys. Today, guys, is errand day. I have to run some errands and catch up on some things. But before I get into all of that, there are a few things that I want to mention. First of all, it's so good to be back at home. It's always also so good to get out, go on some adventures, go on some trips, have some fun, but there's no place like home when you get a chance to come back home, unwind, relax until the next trip. So I'm happy to be back home. So I want to talk about, first of all, I went to my nephew's wedding on Thursday, and it was amazing. I had the best time. I got my little dance groove on. For those of you who have not seen my short, I put out a short of me getting my groove on, so go over and check the short out, as well as my last Italy video, which was a recap video of the trip. And it's a lot of things in that video that did not make it into the regular videos that I posted on the Italy trip. So go check that video out. It's only 11 minutes long, and I think that you guys will enjoy it because in the comments everyone enjoyed that recap video. So go over and check that one out. Hopefully I will be also making my next video for my other channel, First Time Eating Here. I do have a place in mind, and I am going to get another video posted for that channel out sometime next week as well. Now, as for the upcoming 2026 60th birthday cruise, I am working on the itinerary for that cruise right now. I should be finished that sometime next week, and I will then forward it to Arvella, and Arvella will then email everyone who is going on that trip the itinerary. Now, what I want to say about the itinerary briefly is that Norwegian does not have a set dining time. It is a go whenever you want to eat type of schedule, I suppose, or not even a schedule. So with that being said, part of the itinerary is going to have 2 dinner dates where the group as a whole can go and have dinner. They're going to be on each of the all-day sale days. I thought that would be the best day to have that type of thing. And then all the other days, everybody who is going on that trip, if you chose the dinner package, the specialty dinner package, you can go out and venture other restaurants during the other days. But as far as a group, I'm scheduling 2 days for us to have our group dinner. It's going to be at 6 p.m. The restaurants that I chose will be listed on the itinerary, so that on your other days that we are not eating as a group, you can go and explore all the other types of restaurants that the Norwegian Aqua has to offer. So keep that in mind. I'm trying to put together a really nice schedule that is a good balance between me spending a lot of time or some time with the FOAs as a group. Everything will be optional except my birthday celebration. That is going to be during our cocktail hour. It's going to be an all-white affair, and hopefully it's going to be a really great hour. Okay. As far as excursions, I have not yet seen an excursion that I am interested in. I have looked at all the excursions several times for each of the stops that we stop and getting off of the ship, and nothing jumps out at me. Well, actually one thing jumps out at me, but I'm trying to do an excursion with Kathy and Cassie, and we were on the phone talking about it, and we did not come up with anything that the 3 of us would like to go on an excursion with together. So, however, I think I'm going to go on an excursion on my own because I'm very interested in going on the dune buggy excursion. It says that it looks from the picture like it rides through mud, but I'm going to do that because I love those types of things. The only thing that's going to prevent me from doing that is a stick shift. I don't know how to drive a stick shift, so I need to find out if those dune buggies are stick shift. I wish that they were ATVs instead of dune buggies, but I'm going to look into that. And I think it was one other that we kind of like was leaning towards our first stop. It was kind of like a tour of the town that included a buffet lunch and that type of thing. So I might go back and revisit that one and consider doing that one. But as of now, there's nothing that I am interested. There's nothing that I am interested in doing. So I think that for me, I'm just going to get off the ship, walk around the immediate area, have some lunch, and then come back on the ship. That's the way it looks like it's going to happen if those dune buggies are stick shifts, because I think I really want to do the dune buggies. So if you might be interested in the dune buggies, if they are not stick shift, then, you know, let me know. So maybe we, a small group of us, or however many of us, can go on that excursion. What I did notice about these excursions for this trip is that they are very pricey. A lot of the excursions are like $180, $170. I saw one or two that was actually $200. So they are pricey, but you know, this is I'm not going to say a once in a lifetime trip, but you want to get the most out of your trip. And that's why if I do an excursion, it's only going to be one of them. So if I don't do the dune buggy, I might go ahead and reconsider the other one that I just now spoke about. All right, what else do I want to share with you guys before I take off? I think that's it. I'm going to head to pick up my mail now, and a lot of you might be thinking, why do I have an postal address when I am on the campground? The campground does not have I spoke about this before, they do not have a mailing system here. They don't have mailboxes for all the perm sites or the people that have perm sites here. And it's very beneficial for me to have a postal address, because I can have them send my mail to me when I'm away from the campground 2 or 3 months at a time. So it's very beneficial to have an iPostal 1 address when you live this type of lifestyle. So if you are living this type of lifestyle and you do not have an iPostal 1 address, I recommend that you get one. I think that is it. I'm going to try on these pants now and see if they fit and decide whether I need to take them back or I can keep them. All right, I have the blue pair on and they fit pretty good. They're not as long as I thought they were going to be on me, because I'm short, of course, and I don't see many jeans that come in my waist size and the length. I need like a 29 length, and I don't see a lot of jeans or pants that are in 29 length. Most of them start or go to like 30 length. These I think are a 30 length, if I'm not mistaken, but you can't see them, but they feel good around the midsection, and that's what, you know, how we buy our jeans, by the waist size. So these feel pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep these jeans. I'm not gonna try on the other pair because they are the same type of jeans, just a different color. So we're gonna take these jeans off. And put my shorts back on. Put my shorts back on. Go ahead and tighten these bad boys up. Honestly, I don't know why I have these shorts for so long. I had these shorts in this shirt set for, good gracious, I had these for years, and they are string tight around the waist. Meaning you gotta pull a string, make a bow, and man, they don't stay tight the whole day. Put my hokers on. I need to get these bad boys cleaning, because they went through something in Italy and before I even went to Italy, when I bought them when I was in Ohio. Whoa. All right, guys, let's make our way up out of here. Let me get my keys, my wallet. My brother-in-law had a wallet like this on the trip, but his was probably real because my sister bought it. And I thought this was like an aluminum one. And I really liked his wallet because it was just this size and it feels good in my pocket. But this bad boy is, see, I don't even know how to open the darn thing. Why did I buy these? I should have known these were cheap because anytime something comes 2 in a pack, it's gonna be cheap because they know one gonna break and you're gonna need another one. I can't even open this dang on thing, so I'm not gonna fool with it. I'm not even gonna use it. I'll probably send them back. All right, this is just gonna be a typical day. I'm keeping my jeans. So it looks like I only have 2 errands to run. Unless I decide to stop and make my video for my other channel today. Because I can go, even though I'm not going in that area, there is a way that I can come out of the area that I'm going to and get to that area. It might take a little bit of a longer drive, but it's doable. All right. Also, if you have not noticed, I got my eyeglasses fixed. I got the 2 little nose pieces fixed. They feel so much better on my face now instead of that one that was missing, digging into my skin and everything. So I got my eyeglasses fixed. Eyeglasses just stay too dirty for me. I'm constantly cleaning my eyeglasses. All right, let's get out of here. All right, before I take off, I want to go ahead and take my dirty clothes out of here and put in this net bag so that I can take my suitcase and put it in my storage unit. Some of these things are not dirty. I have not used on the trip. I took my own washcloths, but they had good washcloths on the ship. Okay, this shirt here is clean. Everything up. Okay, this outfit right here is clean, so I don't need to take that. Got me some compression socks. All right. Okay, that takes care of everything on that side. All right, so let's just get these clothes. These are all my dirty clothes. Right here. Now coming back, your clothes are much, I guess, thicker than when you pack your suitcase to take them there. So I rolled my clothes up. I rolled them all up on the way back. I know a lot of people roll their clothes up when they pack it. But yeah. So I'm gonna take these out. Because I am gonna wash these clothes one day this week. I definitely need this. This is my handheld tripod. We'll put these in. Now my dress clothes, I'm gonna take these dress clothes and put them back in storage. I'm actually gonna leave them right in here. All right, so I got all my dirty clothes out. I'll sit them right there. And I don't think I have anything else. I'll leave those dress clothes there. I should not need them for a very, very long time. So when I get to my storage unit, all I have to do is just take this out. Alrighty. all set. Wow, I did not know it rained. It must have rained last night. I gotta take it nice and slow. Because if you drive too fast, and this stuff will splash all up on the side of your truck and it will look a hot mess. So I'm taking it nice and slow. All right, we should be all good. One last little mini puddle there. All right, and we are all clear. The sun is out. This road right here can be a little mushy as well. So hopefully the sun will come out and stay out all day and help dry some of this stuff up. That is why I'm unable to cut some of my grass down on the site, because it's wet and I have a push mower, a push lawnmower. So if it's wet, if the ground is wet, I can't use that. I am so excited. Hold up, let me take this out because I am so excited for my upcoming trips. I have 4 upcoming trips, all of which are, well, three are cruises, and 1 of course is the 2027 South Africa trip. I have two big trips in 2027, because as soon as I came back from the Italy trip, I booked another trip for February going into March of 2027, and I'm not even going to tell you guys what it is, but what I will tell you is, I'm not going to tell you anything. You know, this is going to be one of those times where I keep my big mouth shut. There's plenty of time before that happens, so I shouldn't have mentioned it. I'm going to leave you hanging. But anywho, I have the cruise coming up in January, and then the end of February going into the first week of March. I had a cruise credit from Carnival. I decided to use that before I mess around and let that expire and lose my cruise credit. So I booked a 4-day cruise. I've been to those places, except one. I don't think I've been to the Carnival Celebration, which is supposed to be their personal island or whatever. Kind of like the one we going on with the Norwegian cruise, our last stop. I forgot the name of it, but that's their personal island. So I will be going to Carnival Celebration personal island. So I'm excited about that. Otherwise, I think I'm stopping. It stops 2 times. I think I'm stopping at some place that I've already been before. So I may not even get off the ship at that time. So coming up, I'm gonna tell you guys now. All work and no play. That's played out. That is played out. All work and no play is played out. I encourage you guys to get out, enjoy life. Even if you are on your job and you only have 2 weeks of vacation, I encourage you to use those 2 weeks to take 2 separate vacations and get out and enjoy life. Because as you've heard time and time again, life is too short to be working yourself to the bone. So get out, enjoy yourself. I mean, I am having the time of my life right now. I never would imagine me being in this position 20, 30 years ago at the print shop, because you couldn't tell me that I was not going to be working at the print shop until my retirement days. but I have been blessed. I put in a lot of hard work to get this YouTube channel going. It's going on 11 years in November next month, and I'm pretty excited about that milestone. Each year is a new milestone for having this YouTube channel. So I've been blessed to be in the position that I am in now, and I don't take anything for granted. I am still in my head continuing to prepare myself for my early retirement at 62. I'm excited for that, but I can wait for it because I don't like to rush my life away. But I can wait for it. But I am excited to get to that point. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to prepare myself as much as possible, because my line of work that I was in, which was the printing industry, my job that I worked at, the company I worked at, they did not have a pension plan. They only offered the 401k. And as many of you know who have been following me for a while, you know that I cashed my 401k in and quit the job at one point, and I quit the job for almost a year. Then when I came back to Baltimore, I did Uber for a while, and then I got tired of doing Uber, and then I went back to my job. Those of you who've been with me long enough, you know about this. So I didn't prepare financially as best as I should have, because I did quit the job. That probably was, I don't want to say, I would say that it was probably one of my regrets, because had I not quit that job at that time, I would not have cashed out my 401k. I still would have had a 401k when times got rough on the job and we knew that the company was going to be closing down. I would have had a 401k. But because I was living in my van and working there, so everything was, in place, I guess, in terms of me living this lifestyle. But that is life. We learn from our lessons in life. So the best that I can do for myself right now is to try to get my monthly expenses as low as possible. I'm making one change around the Thanksgiving time. I'm going to finally consolidate my storage units. I already made arrangements to get my things out of the PA storage unit and bring down to the Florida storage unit a couple days after Thanksgiving. So I'm very excited about that. That's going to take $139 a month off of my monthly expenses. My monthly expenses right now are not expensive at all. They're around $1,400 a month, something like that. I always forget some of them little small bills, but my bigger bills that I remember, and then I remember most of my little small bills, like streaming apps and things like that. I always tend to, but they don't equal to that much. But my monthly expenses is around $1,400. My goal is to try to get that down to about $1,000 a month. And it's not a whole lot that I can do to try to get that down to $1,000. It's at 14 something now, about $1,450. But once I get rid of the PA storage unit, again, that would knock out $139 off. So that would take that down to like $1,200 and something. So I gotta find $200 more, a little over $200 more that I can, get rid of to get me down to $1,000 a month. I have a pretty good idea at this time of what Social Security is estimating that I will get at age 62. But I still have 2 more years of YouTube to do, and that should help get me a little bit more money for Social Security. I want my Social Security to be a little less than half. I want my monthly expenses to be a little less than half of what I am anticipating on from Social Security. And I will continue to do YouTube, but I won't be able to go over a certain annual amount for YouTube. So YouTube is definitely going to continue to go on with me. Of course, I will not be able to do it as much and make as many videos as possible. So that is my goal, to be able to make at least one video a month, because that's where I want to be anyway. I want to only be able to make one video a month, and around Social Security when I retire, that's what I'll be able to do, and that should keep me in the guidelines of how much you can make when you are retired at 62 as additional income. So I'm pretty excited to get to those times, and once again, I am not rushing my life away, but it's just one of those things, or another thing that I am looking forward to in that stage of my life. You know, if you are not trying your best to situate your life for the future, and you know, I was once on that save. I was really on that save kick, but I'm not anymore. I'm not. I'm doing the bare minimum when it comes to savings, and you want to know why? Because I choose to enjoy my life. I choose to not sit on that campground all day long, month after month. I choose to enjoy my life. And enjoying your life takes money. And since travel is my way of enjoying my life, getting out, seeing different parts of the world, experiencing different cultures, that is my joy in my life. That is one of my joys in my life, is being able to go to different international countries and see how other people live other than what I am used to seeing in the United States. So I chose to use my money for those experiences, for those memories. I mean, can you imagine saving all of this money and all you did was work every day to be able to save that money, and you have no life experiences? I just don't see myself doing that. So I'm not on a save type of kick. I'm on a enjoy my life type of kick. I have life insurance, I have health insurance, I have some coins tucked away for an emergency, like if my truck breaks down, I'll be able to fix that. If the warranty is expired, I'll be able to fix that. And I have a little bit extra beyond that. But as far as me and that whole save, I'm not married, I don't have any kids, so who am I saving it for? So my goal for the rest of my life is to enjoy the rest of my life, and that's what I'm going to do. And that is my little speech for today. Enjoy my life. And that's exactly why when I came back from the Italy trip, I booked another trip. In spite of the already 3 trips that I have booked already. Because I want, look at me getting all excited and loud. Because I want to always, for the rest of my life, I want to always have something to look forward to. Always. Because all the milestones are gone, are past, you know. I have a couple age milestones coming up, like the 60th birthday, and of course I'm going to have a retirement party when I retire at 62. But after that, that's it. All the life milestones are over with. I'm not getting married. So they're over with. So, you know, enjoy your life. Get out there and enjoy your life. Go on these trips that I'm giving. You know, great to be able to travel in groups. I'm going to do my very best to always provide the FOAs with an opportunity to travel together and go somewhere, whether it's a cruise, whether it's a straight flight into a different country, or even in some of the U.S. countries, U.S. states, just treat yourself, and the FOA community is the perfect opportunity for you to treat yourself, and especially for a lot of the solo travelers out there who tired of waiting on people to travel with, and would like to travel with someone sometimes. Take advantage of these FOA trips that I'm going to be giving and sponsoring for us, so that we can all get to meet one another and hang out. So I think it's a good thing that I have going on and we have going on here in our community. Quite honestly, I don't even see any other YouTube channel that does this. I don't see any other van lifer. I know Trent the Traveler, he has some trips for his community to go on and hang out with him, but I don't see any other van lifer, excuse me, or YouTuber that does this for their community. And I am a community-based type guy. I appreciate and understand why I am in the position that I am in life right now. I make no mistake about that. And I love planning things and I love going places. And why not incorporate the FOA community in some of my travels? So I urge you, if you are able to take advantage of all of these trips that I'm going to put together for the FOA community. We, the FOA community, we're going places. We are going places, believe that. This is just the start, because the 60th birthday cruise is just the second trip for the FOAs. And then we got the Africa trip, the South Africa trip. That's going to be the third trip, or it may be the fourth trip, because I'm going to do, as I mentioned before, a East Coast and a West Coast FOA trip. And the West Coast one is going to be September of next year, and that's going to be in Las Vegas. I'm going to get that on the way as soon as I'm back from the cruise, the January cruise. So even if you are unable to take the international trips with us for whatever reason, I am going to do some domestic trips so that you can still have opportunity to hang out with the FOA community. I am also looking into budget-friendly international trips that are $1,000 and less. I book a lot of my trips and things off of Expedia, because you can book the flight and hotel together, and they give you like so many selections of different hotels that you can choose from. You can in all different areas of wherever it is that you are going to. And the only thing about Expedia is that you have to pay for the trip. Well, you don't have to pay for the trip up front. They do offer monthly payments, but I think that's through a third party, and I really don't like going through third parties and everything. With Expedia, if I choose to use Expedia, I make sure I have the resources to take care of the trip and get it out the way. But I am going to be looking into some budget-friendly out-of-the-country trips that offer $1,000 and less. Now, those types of trips, they may not be in. If you are a bougie hotel person, you probably ain't going on these trips. Now, I'm never ever going to look for hotels that are like a 1-star or a 2-star. I always read the ratings on hotels. But when I start introducing these types of trips, keep in mind that they are budget friendly, and you're not going to get the high-end type of services that, if you are a bougie hotel person, are used to having. These opportunities are for people who would like to get out of the country, and they're going to be in between 4 and 5 days of travel time, and just a quick trip somewhere, a quick trip just to give you a break from your everyday life. And I'm going to look into some of those types of trips for the next couple of years coming ahead, so that if you are someone who may not have the resources to go on one of these bigger trips, you might be interested in one of the small budget-friendly trips that I'm going to start trying to investigate and research and put together for the FOA community. So, I like I said before, I am a community-based guy. I care very much about our community and the folks that support this community and have been a part of this community for years and years to come. You know, this is the transparent Anthony, as transparent as Anthony can be. And those of you who've been around, you guys know I am what you see and I am what you get in person and on video. Those of you who met me, you know how silly I am. I laugh all the time. I laugh all the time. Every and any person who knows me knows that laughing is my thing. I laugh all the time. And so, you know, this is me. And I want to share some of these things with you guys. And this video is me being me. You know what I mean? So, take advantage of these upcoming trips. You know, they're going to be amazing, because even if it's one of the budget trips, I'm gonna make sure that it's nothing less than amazing. Alright, I am done rambling on. I'm going to be at my storage unit in about 20 minutes. I'm just gonna take this suitcase out, then I have to grab 2 t-shirts, because I told one of the young woman that I met on the Italy trip that I would send her a t-shirt, and I also want to send my niece husband a t-shirt, because we were standing there waiting for something, and he goes, I don't get an FOA t-shirt. I didn't get an FOA t-shirt or something like that. I just didn't think he was interested in having one, so I'm going to grab him a t-shirt as well and send that to him and my niece. I gave my niece 2 of the FOA t-shirts that I had left for a birthday gift. So she was really excited to get those, because she's been asking me for them, or asking, you know, where's my t-shirt? Where's my t-shirt? Because I gave my sister a t-shirt like a few years ago. And I didn't, at some point, I didn't get my niece one. So I'm glad that I was able to give her a couple of t-shirts. And so that is where we're heading to. Alright guys, I've already picked up my mail and went to my storage unit. I also stopped at Walmart, because the meal that I want to fix, that I ate a couple times in Italy, I need 2 ingredients for that meal, and Walmart did not have both ingredients, because I'm not going to buy just one ingredient. I want to buy both ingredients. So Walmart did not have both. Then I stopped at an Aldi's. Aldi's did not have both. They had one of the 2 ingredients. So I'm gonna stop at a couple of Publix, because I do go by a couple of Publix grocery stores on the way back to the campground. So hopefully, I need two types of cheeses, and these are the 2 types of cheeses that are recommended to make this authentic dish, or this dish as authentic as possible. And that's what I want to do. So hopefully one of these Publix will have both cheeses, so that I can make this meal. Cross your fingers. I passed like 3 Publix grocery stores before I get back to the campground. And I know they generally have the same ingredients at each grocery store, but maybe one I will luck out and one will have both of the cheeses that I need. But I'm gonna stop at this Mickey D's because I am super hungry and I'm like an hour away from getting back to the campground and I am starving. So I'm gonna stop at McDonald's and get a soda and a McDouble, because McDoubles is my favorite burger from McDonald's. I think they taste so good. So I'm gonna do that. But in the meantime, I will see you guys back at the campground. All right, guys, I stopped at a Publix and they had, excuse me, they had both the cheeses that I needed. And let me tell you, this meal better be nothing short of a wowzer, because those two cheeses were so expensive. So expensive. I'm like, oh, and I was about to get two of each. One little like triangular block or triangular one. You know how when you grade cheese, they look like the shape of a triangle. $12. $12. And the other one was $8. Then I needed another ingredient because I was gonna use my regular bacon. And then I said, let me try to make this meal as authentic as possible. So I'm gonna look for one of the other choices that they give you. They recommend a certain one to get the best results. And then they listed a couple alternatives. And the lowest on the list of alternatives was just regular bacon. So, Lord have mercy. I swear this meal better be on. Oh my gravy. Whew. I cannot believe it. So expensive. All right, guys, I came outside and I started working on trimming some of these overgrown weeds. I started with around my deck. I cleared up all of this around here, all up here. It was so overgrown, you couldn't even see my lights. I got all of this done, as well as over here. I started trimming and got in front of the storage unit. You can still hear the owner, he's still working. And I got all that done. I still have all of this section over here to do, but I'm charging up my batteries. I still have all of this section there to do. Once I get that section done, oh my goodness, this whole site is gonna be looking good. But as I was exchanging my batteries, the owner came over. He was in the midst of going around and cutting people's lawns. He finished up all of this area right here. Everything out here, he trimmed down or cut down. Then after he left, I came back out and I did everything around my site number sign and as well as the fire pit. If you can remember, when I came back from Ohio, this fire pit was overgrown with tall weeds and you couldn't even see that it was a fire pit there. So I went ahead and got that done with my new weed whacker, trimmer, etc. And then I'm not worried about this section here yet. I'll get to this section later, if at all. But the site looks so much better. I went ahead and put out my stuff so my site can look nice on my deck. We're getting a little bit of good weather, meaning no rain, because the temperature is always pretty good here in Florida. It's just the weather is not, it's going to rain or not. All right, I got my little cell phone booster up there. It works wonderful. And that's it. All right, guys, as always, thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate you guys, you know that. And I will see you guys on the next one.